Can I get 20 to 40 lakhs of education loan for MBBS in Russia without collateral? Does Avance fund Georgia? Will Prodigy support European medical programs? And what if my parents don't have a strong income? Hi everyone, I'm Simran from EpicRed and I've been seeing this in comments again and again. So today let's break this down properly, country by country and lender by lender clarity session, because medical admissions are already very stressful and your loan planning shouldn't be another guesswork. First, why MBBS loans are tricky for the lenders. See, MBBS in countries like Russia, Georgia and the eastern part of Europe usually cost 20 to 40 lakhs in total. That's lower than the private medical college fees in India. But there is a catch. So let's understand this from a lender's risk perspective. First, it's a long duration course, that is 5 to 6 years. Second, income starts only after the clearance of FMGE or next exam in India. Third, some universities are not even globally ranked. Fourth, the repayment timeline is delayed in this case. So these are the reasons why lender assess employability risk very carefully. And that is why the unsecured loans approval depends heavily on the co-applicant strength. Second, when it comes to Russia, what's the true reality? Most of the Indian students going to Russia check universities listed with recognition by NMC, that is National Medical Commission. But lenders go one step further. Public sector banks like SBI, they do fund overseas medical programs but typically require collateral if the loan value is more than 7.5 lakhs as per the Model Education Loan Scheme guidance on Vidya Lakshmi portal. So if you are asking for 25 to 40 lakhs of unsecured loan from the public banks, it's very difficult. Now coming to the NBFCs like Avance does fund international education including medicine in selected countries, but the approval depends on first, the recognized university, second, parents' income strength, third, the CIBIL score, fourth is the overall risk assessment. So in case of NBFCs, the unsecured loans are possible but only if your co-applicant's income is strong. Without financial backing, let me be very honest with you, it's really difficult. So make sure that you remember unsecured doesn't mean no income evaluation. Third, let's talk about Georgia. Is it easy to get the loans for Georgia? In recent time, it has become a very popular destination because the total cost is on the lower side, which is around 25 to 30 lakhs. But here is what most of the students miss out. Lower fees don't automatically mean easier loan approval. Lenders usually check university ranking, recognition status, past student outcomes, and the visa category. And in this case also, private lenders sometimes consider Georgia more flexibly than the public lenders. But again, the co-applicant profile matters. And if your co-applicant's income is inconsistent and below the underwriting threshold, unsecured loan approval is very difficult. Fourth, let's discuss about the European programs in countries like Poland, Hungary, Romania, etc. Now this is where the things vary widely. Some of the European universities have stronger global recognition. In such cases, NBFC may be more open, specifically if first, if the university has established Indian intake history. Second, clear English medium program. Third, documented graduate success. So make sure you choose your university rightly. Fifth and the last, now let's talk about Prodigy Finance. Prodigy typically funds postgraduate programs, especially business, STEM and selected professional programs. MBBS undergraduate funding is very limited or unavailable most of the time. So if someone told you Prodigy will fund MBBS in Europe without cosigner, please verify directly on their official initial eligibility list. Policies get updated very frequently, so make sure you keep yourself up to date. And the biggest myth which a lot of people tell you is no co-applicant is needed. Let's be very honest here. For undergraduate MBBS abroad, specifically in Russia or Georgia, most of the Indian lenders require a co-applicant. Unsecured loans approval depends heavily on your financial profile, and completely income-free backing is very rare. Even when lenders say no collateral, they still evaluate your parents' salary slips, ITR history, existing EMIs, and the credit score. The co-applicant is the financial risk buffer. Without that, approval chances reduce significantly. So what can you actually do? Very first, choose your university wisely, not just based on what your consultant is advising you. Verify recognition and NMC compliance. Second, check your loan eligibility 9 to 10 months before your intake. Don't wait until your visa stage. Third, calculate your full 5 to 6 year cost, including your living expenses. Fourth and the last, prepare strong documentation, which includes your co-applicant's income proof, CIBIL above 700 ideally, clean banking history, and if the income is moderate, consider smaller unsecured amount and partially family contribution instead of full 40 lakhs of loan. And trust me, strategic structuring will definitely improve your chances of approval. And why comments are flooding right now? Because medical admissions abroad are rising, but lenders are tightening the underwriting after the global risk fluctuations. So approval is not impossible, but it needs a plan. So if you're planning for MBBS abroad in countries like Russia, Georgia, and Europe, do comment your country in the comment section. At EpicRed, a team will decode the lender suitability and realistic funding strategy for your profile. Don't stress, but don't apply blindly either. Structured planning will save you from rejections. I hope you learned a lot from the session. If you have any queries, do reach out to the team or comment below. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.